Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale is heading out west to tour the flooded areas today, and he joins us now. Congressman, we can see that you're on the move right now. Thank you so much for joining us. We know that you have a busy day ahead. Where do things stand in your state right now, a few days after this horrific flood?
Thanks for having me on this morning. This is really important to the state of Montana and to the nation, quite frankly, as we're experiencing all this damage and destruction from the floodwaters there around in Yellowstone Park. I've been in touch with Governor Gianforte, our Senate delegation, and the county commissioners in the areas that have been most heavily impacted, right in the, it's basically a tri-county area, Park, Stillwater, and Carbon counties. Billings, as you stated, has a water plant problem that they have just about sorted out. We are hoping that we're beyond the worst of this, but it is springtime in Montana. We still have snowpack that is melting and subject to have some additional severe rainstorms at any time, which would actually make this worse. I'm going out today to visit the area to assess the damage and make sure that we can get any red tape out of the way to get these people back on their feet again. We have the communities that not only suffered the damage, we didn't lose any human life, thank God, but this is going to have a large economic impact for quite some time because we're anticipating that Yellowstone Park is going to be closed for a while and only at 50% capacity for some time going into the future. And these gateway communities depend largely upon the revenue that is generated by the tourism that's attracted because of the park.
And the water plant in Billings, it's operating again after officials warned Montana's largest city could actually run out of water in 36 hours. The latest statement is we were aware of yesterday's alert to the community and it caused panic. That was never our hope. We have never witnessed a situation like this one we saw yesterday. We did not know how bad it could get or how long it would continue. So clearly it was kind of a crisis averted type situation. But moving forward, what do residents in these affected areas, what do they need to be aware of and most on high alert about in the coming days as this damage is assessed?
So the most important thing is to follow the USGS water flow reports. You can go online and look at that, and that will tell you how severe the flooding is at any given place along any of the rivers around the state of Montana. And when you can track that water flow, then you can literally see what's coming your way. I've been watching it for 20 years now. It's an excellent site, USGS. And you just put in the name of the river that you want to track. And then, like any emergency situation, homeowners and people should be prepared for a couple of days of being without either energy or proper potable water. They should have a case of water in their home. They should have some additional canned goods in the cupboard in case they do get separated from the stores for a while.
Yeah, Congressman, I believe you're going to be with the governor later today, and he's receiving some pretty heavy criticism for being out of the country this week. I believe he returned home yesterday, 6 days after this flooding took place. Do you know why it took him so long to get back to Montana?
Well, it's taking me. I mean, I went to the airport yesterday at Reagan International, and I've had 3 sets of flights canceled. That's why we're doing this interview from the Uber as I just pull up to BWI. What I will tell you is that Governor Gianforte has been in touch with the exact same county officials, FEMA, and the congressional delegation that I had, because I personally have been in touch with him for the last several days. Regardless of where he was communicating with the people on the ground to make sure that the issues were being addressed.
And really quickly, last thing I want to ask you, have first responders or any state or city officials asked you specifically for anything as far as resources before you meet with them? Really quickly, response.
Sandbags, empty sandbags. That's all I asked for from FEMA.
There you go. Glad you got that in there. That's very important. It's being called a 1,000-year storm. Congressman, like I said, thank you so much for joining us ahead of your really busy day. We appreciate it.